GRC, friends and supporters. In this election, the campaign slogan of the Workers' Party is Vote Workers' Party towards a First World Parliament. In the First World Parliament, the government is held accountable to the people. The people will have their voices heard and rights protected through their elected representatives. A First World Parliament, therefore, is one which is able to balance a strong executive with a check and balance mechanism formed by a credible and responsible opposition who is given the mandate by the electorate. This will generate culture of accountability which will be entrenched in our executive and legislative process. In response to the Workers' Party vision of a First World Parliament, the PAP has attempted to distort our intention and meaning of the First World Parliament. Minister Sammugan has been leading the PAP's charge on this. First, he accused the Workers' Party of wanting to be a co-driver instead of simply a spare tire sitting in the booth. I responded that the co-driver is there to slap the driver when he drives off course and when he falls asleep or drives dangerously. Now he says, how often do you see a car driven by two drivers fighting with each other for the wheel? How many times, I must say, before someone from the PAP will understand that the co-driver does not fight for the wheel. He supports and advises the driver from time to time and to make sure that he's alert and well enough to complete the journey. Commercial plane is flown by two pilots. Are they going to fight for the wheel? No! They have one common goal: to bring the plane and its passengers safely to its destination. They also digress from our intention of slapping awake and sleeping driver to hand pulling and kicking. This is typical of the PAP attitude. They will never understand the concept of co-driver. They want all of us to just leave it to one driver, no matter how the driver behaves. Even if the driver decides to take a risky turn, which may endanger you and your children's life.
Yeah, driver, copy license.
As expected, the minister went on to provide his analogy that the PAP is like a bus driver chosen by the people. I wonder if Minister Sammugan takes buses. Buses, as you and I know, travel on fixed routes. What the commuter can do is to hop on only if it's going where the bus is heading. And if he wants to go somewhere else, the bus driver will sue them all and tell them, you go and take another bus. He went on to say that the bus should have some people chosen as MPs to sit behind the driver to keep watch on what the driver is doing and ask him questions. When the bus driver falls asleep and drives towards the ravine, will you go behind him and only ask him, hey uncle, why are you sleeping? Can you wake up or not? The bus is going to go down, you know. Slap him accused opposition parties of disappearing immediately after G2006 and returning only recently. I would like to ask Dr. Lam, with the government withdrawing boundaries at every election at their whim and fancy, having the Sengkang West SMC and Punggol East SMC only cut up recently, how are we going to appear in the previously non-existent law? We certainly would love to do more to reach out to the residents. But do you know that we are kept out by barriers set by the PAP? Firstly, when opposition parties want to organize activities in other constituencies, other than Hougang, an application must be made to the town council for the use of the venue. I think all of you know that. We apply for such permit to hold dialogue sessions and forum with residents at the void decks. Our application was rejected. Secondly, the PAP has made it almost impossible for the opposition to have a grassroots foothold, which means a physical venue to launch activities in PAP constituencies. This is done through two ways. One, the PAP Community Foundation, PCF. And second, the People's Association, so-called PA. Not PAP, PA. The PAP Community Foundation, PCF, is set up by the PAP to offer free school education. I think many of us know that. Your children might go to there, and what they first learn is PAP. So you know the intention. They receive funding from the government. The HDB also rented the premises to PCF with very cheap rental. Then, the PCF, after renting from the HDB with such a cheap rental, then they sublet to PAP. That is why you see at every constituency there is a PAP branch, which usually is next to the PCF or the kindergarten.
Bapak anak politik.
But Workers' Party has no branches. Why? Because we cannot afford the rental. If you want to set up the branch, you've got to go and tender from the open market. You know how much is a shop house? Even for me, I'm an elected member of parliament in Hougang. I have to sit at the void deck to meet the people session, whilst PAP MD conduct them in aircon rooms. Sometimes, some foreign reporters who come to Singapore, they interview me, and they wonder why an elected member of parliament conducts meet the people sessions at the void deck. So much for a first world nation. I told them, this is how our first world government treats us. Next is the People's Association. It is also funded by the government, headed by the PM, and its board directors is made up of PAP appointees. They run all grassroots organizations, including the residents' committees and the community club, making sure that opposition is kept out of the grassroots in terms of institutional structure. Opposition MPs are not allowed to make use of community club facilities to organize course and activities for residents. But PAP MPs are free to do so. I thought community clubs are made for community, not to propel the PAP's interest. In Hougang, the PAP candidate who lost the election becomes the grassroots advisor. No, they don't retire. They become grassroots advisor. He runs all resident committees and community clubs. And when government bodies work with him instead of me, the elected MP. Even for things like lift upgrading program, where my town council had to pay a substantial sum of money to the HDB. He is the one who launched it. This allows the potential PAP candidate at the next election to take part in grassroots activities in Hougang and maintain an extensive grassroots network, even though he was not elected. Some people say, we in the opposition like to whine about unfairness. And the PAP shamelessly say that the election is a level playing field. One man, one vote. But when they ask me to play a game of soccer, they use a goalpost smaller than the ball. I know you wish to have a voice in Parliament. I know you want the government to respond to your concerns about high cost of living and other issues affecting your life. If you elect Workers' Party candidates into Parliament, we will see to it that you have your questions answered. Therefore, I urge you to vote Workers' Party and move towards the First World Parliament. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now 10 o'clock. We have to close the rally. Thank you very much for your coming tonight. And good night. Tomorrow's Workers' Party rally will be at Yishun. It's at Yishun Stadium. Thank you very much. Good night.